Hitsugaya has always been one of the biggest proteges in Bleach. He became the youngest captain in the history of the Gotei 13, mastered Bankai at an incredibly young age, and possessed one of the most powerful ice-type Zanpakuto in the entire series. But there's a problem. The Bankai we've watched Hitsugaya use for most of Bleach wasn't actually complete, and when his true power finally appeared during the 1000-year Blood War, Hitsugaya didn't just get stronger, he became an entirely different version of himself. So, how exactly does Daiguren Hyōrinmaru work? Why does Hitsugaya suddenly become an adult? And what makes it so powerful? Let's break down Hitsugaya's Bankai. His Zanpakuto is Hyōrinmaru, a powerful ice-type Zanpakuto capable of manipulating water and ice. But the most important thing about Hyōrinmaru isn't simply its ability to create ice, it's its control over water and the atmosphere. Hitsugaya can manipulate the moisture around him to create enormous quantities of ice, freeze the surroundings, and even influence the weather. But Hyōrinmaru's true potential is revealed through his Bankai. When activated, massive amounts of ice form around Hitsugaya's body. His arms and legs become covered in ice, wings appear behind him, and a tail-like structure forms from the ice. But there's another important detail. 3 ice flowers appear behind him. They are not just part of the design. They represent the remaining time before Hitsugaya's Bankai reaches its complete state, and that wasn't properly explained until the 1000-year Blood War. So when the final petal disappears, Hitsugaya's Bankai reaches its complete state. During his battle against Gerard Valkyrie, Hitsugaya's Bankai finally reaches this completed state. He explains that he never said his Bankai had reached its limit. He was waiting for the final flower to disappear, and when it finally does, Hitsugaya becomes an adult. His entire body changes, taller, more mature, his ice armor changing with him. That's just not aesthetic. Hitsugaya's body is still too young to properly contain the complete power of Hyōrinmaru. So when Hyōrinmaru reaches maturity, his body matures alongside it. His Bankai is forcing his physical body into a state capable of handling its true power. What can completed Hyōrinmaru do? The difference is immediate. When Gerard attacks him, Hitsugaya freezes the attack almost instantly. Once something is frozen, it can no longer function properly. He's not just covering things with ice, he's shutting down their ability to function, and it gets even crazier. One of Hitsugaya's most powerful techniques in this state is Shikai Hyoketsu. After charging it, Hitsugaya can freeze the 4 elements: earth, fire, water, and wind. Even Gerard himself isn't safe. When Hitsugaya grabs him, Gerard's body begins freezing simply from contact, so getting close to Hitsugaya becomes dangerous by itself. You don't need to be struck by his sword. His completed Bankai can freeze you just by touching you. But there's a huge problem. Despite how powerful the completed form is, Hitsugaya still hasn't mastered it. The adult form isn't something he can casually maintain. After only a short period of using it, Hitsugaya becomes exhausted. Byakuya noticed the strain and Hitsugaya admits he's almost at his limit. We are not looking at a finished version of a master. We are looking at a young protege temporarily accessing a power his body isn't ready to sustain. And that's the most interesting part about him. He's already a captain, already has Bankai, already one of the strongest ice users, if not the strongest in the series, and he still has room to grow. As he gets older, his body should naturally become capable of handling his completed Bankai without forcing the transformation. So when the 3 flowers disappear, his Bankai isn't just giving him more power, it's showing us what Hitsugaya could eventually become. We've seen him freeze enormous attacks and incapacitate Gerard, but we've also seen the biggest weakness: he can't maintain it very long. If this is what Hitsugaya can do while he's still young, imagine what Hyōrinmaru looks like once its master reaches his own maturity. So, could an older, fully mastered Hitsugaya become one of the strongest captains in the Gotei 13? Let me know what you think. Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe, and see you in the next one.